Hey everybody, welcome to episode 35 of the VHS Bandits. This week we watched Screwballs 2, Loose Screws. Let's pop in the tape.
School's out, except for these 4 loose screws.
Special school.
College of Knowledge for morons.
Loose screws! This summer vacation became a summer school dream when they enrolled in special education and discovered learning with a special purpose.
Our mission is to locate and ravage as many women on that bus as possible.
Bean! Oh, you pervert!
You forgot degenerate.
Get a load of those palookas! Let's go!
Now you all know the rule.
So you can all break the rule. They know a little chemistry and just what buttons to push. They'll have it all when they lose it all. Loose screws. It's more fun than you can shake your stick at.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome again to episode 35 of the VHS Bandits. I'm the KevBot.
This is Dane Train.
And this is Topher Hansen.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, we all got struck by lightning tonight because we watched a lightning video release.
Loose screws, loose
Based
screws.
out of Stamford, Connecticut, nonetheless.
Yeah, we
Put
had
on your loose
no idea
screws shoes.
until we watched this movie.
Do you think the
figured that out.
WWE has anything to do with lightning video?
Maybe.
I don't know because I know
Not
they did all
anymore,
their
of
own
course.
tape distribution. So I mean, I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
Yeah,
You may never
I
know.
guess we'll never be interested enough to find out.
guess not.
That would require effort.
Yeah.
Some
fuck
effort.
that.
And that's
Too
way
much. Some is always too much.
Yes.
So guys, it's still summertime, and we are still in summer movie mode.
Yeah.
We did. What did we do? We got Sleepaway Camp
Meatballs
2,
3.
Meatballs 3.
And now loose screws.
Ticks kind
kinda.
of, sorta, because
Yeah.
they're at a camp, kind of, sorta,
Yeah.
right? Out in the woods, so
Why
I guess it kind
not?
of counts. And now we're over to what I would consider to be one of the ultimate teen sex comedies ever made.
The cream of the crop.
That's right,
The Worcester cream sauce
The
of the
Worcester
crop.
cream sauce
of
always
the crop.
rises to the top, yeah. And we have quite a story that involves this tape too. We may have talked about this at another show.
We definitely have.
Okay.
You guys have.
We can
I
talk
don't
about
have
it
a
again.
story.
Oh,
that's
we
fine.
are talking about it together
You,
because
you
I
and
don't
T-Man
mind.
have it.
it is summer mode.
Yeah.
And we gotta
You
talk
weren't
about
invited,
summer.
Kevbot.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, he would have had the worst summer ever too.
We should have Gina tell it.
What's that?
We-
Should have Dane's wife tell the story.
no, that's not a good idea at all. So, anywho,
Tell the story, guys.
all right. So
Action.
All right. So we watched
What I did on my summer vacation.
Dear Mom
AKA
and Dad.
the worst summer ever.
So this is
The worstest summer ever.
this is we
Yeah.
were, how old do you think we were? This is in the this
Dude,
is
we were
the
in elementary
mid-90s?
school.
Mid-90s. No, late
Yeah,
90s?
we've got to be like 10 at the most, maybe 11.
All right. So it was maybe 1996, 1997-ish.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Give or take. Right around the time where maybe Alien Resurrection came out. We went and saw
Probably.
that at the theater. And so Loose Screws is our formal introduction to the 80s teen sex comedy. So it had all happened in summer of
One crazy
1990
night.
Yeah, 1996, 1997-ish. So you wanna
All right.
get us going here,
So
T-Man?
let's get this moving. Let me set the scene. 10-year-old me and 10-year-old Dane are ecstatic to be going to Cape Cod for a weekend away from school, away from... Yeah, that's pretty much it. Away from school and
And so
away
your-
from
so your
Worcester
aunt
and
has-
Shrewsbury.
Your aunt has a house in South Yarmouth, down to Cape.
No, it's in West Yarmouth.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
so
West Yarmouth,
Basically,
You don't go to South Yarmouth.
no, you don't go to South Yarmouth. Not after dark. That's hyenas.
Otherwise, you pick up some strange guy who asks for a ride, and then you drive him around for an hour and a half, and he gives you a watch.
John. That's a whole nother story. Oh, Dane's dying. He's having the worstest summer ever again. He's having flashbacks. Anyway, so basically, yeah, my grandmother had a house down the Cape. So we went there with my mom, my brother, Dane, and myself. And me and Dane were bestest friends. And we were excited to go down the Cape, play some Pirates mini golf at Pirates Cove. Play some video games in the arcade, drink some Pirates Cove root beer.
Get some pizza.
But a series of events turned this into the worst summer vacation Dane has ever had. I guess we should just list them.
Wait.
Let's go through.
Sorry, this is the worst Dane ever had? I thought this was the other
fine
way.
for me.
Okay.
No, it was okay. I didn't mind it.
I haven't heard this story in a while, so I recall it.
It was just another summer for him.
Yeah, I recall it opposite. So
all right,
because Dane Train,
I had a great time.
His parents used to have a house down in the Cape too.
Yep, but so they bought the house.
That was later.
A couple of years after this worst summer ever. Right. I think my folks bought
after you were emotionally scarred.
Oh yeah.
They bought it out of
so basically just a really extensive therapy for
so that way I could face my fears, I guess.
Right, exactly.
So we get down. Oh, did you have more to say?
No, I was just gonna say. So I thought like it was opposite. I thought that Topher had the terrible experience.
Oh no.
Maybe that's another story that we could talk about at another episode.
Well, you know, it's just kind of funny because it's one of those things where like you think about this crazy summer now and you just kind of laugh, and at the time it was like, wow,
this was the
Dane was upset. So the first thing that happens, we get down to the Cape and pull in the driveway, and we're like listening to Bad Hair Day the entire time down, and we brought a CD player / boombox to the Cape so we could jam out to some Weird Al.
It was in the trunk of
It was in the way back
90s
of her Jimmy.
Gold GMC Jimmy. Which is the same thing as like a Trailblazer. If you guys don't know what a GMC Jimmy is.
So we go and open the hatch to get out whatever we're getting out, and boom! The CD player falls right onto Dane's foot.
So it's kind of like when you got like a hatchback and like you put like your groceries in and you open the hatchback and all your fucking shit like just comes right out. So the same thing happens.
Content may shift during flight.
Yeah. So like
open compartments carefully.
So we
so that
the
is
hatch,
a
and the boom box just tumbles out of the thing and scrapes the fuck out of my legs.
90s boombox. So this is a big boombox. I imagine.
Oh, it was heavy.
I'm all scraped up and I think I'm bleeding.
We had to get the jaws of life to save him.
So that's the beginning of our Cape weekend.
And so then I don't know the order of everything else, but next thing Dane, what do you say we go get some ice cream down at Sunday school?
Oh yeah, so we went down to Sunday school.
So we go to the Sunday school to get some delicious ice cream treats. And since we have the GMC Jimmy, whenever you get ice cream in the 90s with an SUV, you gotta enjoy your ice cream sitting on the bumper in the way back with the hatch open.
Yeah, I got a rupee float, by the way.
To open it, I don't either. While opening or closing the hatch, I hit Dane in the head.
So we had the hatch open after having our ice cream and rupee floats, and we get out of the hatch and we're standing, in the driveway in the parking lot, and you go to close the hatch and fucking bam, fucking smashes the hatch right on the top of my head. So I'm fucking so my head hurts, my legs, my shins hurt. I'm like, what the fuck? So later on we go back and you're like friendly with all these
neighbor
these like all these neighbors who live next door or whatever, and you guys are like playing like flashlight tag at night. And I was like, I didn't want to do it. So I hung out inside the GMC Jimmy and read Tips and Tricks magazines that were in the Jimmy.
Yeah, I was like, I think we were watching Pet Cemetery or something. We're like, hey, Dane, come on over to they're literally right next door.
Yeah, just
and
right
we're like,
next
hey,
door.
we're going to watch a movie, blah, blah, blah. And like, I only see these kids like once a year. And I was like, Dane, I want you to meet my friends, blah, blah. We're going to watch this movie. And Dane's like, I don't want to watch a movie.
I don't know why. I was just like, I was so
He was just pissed.
I was in so much pain. I think I just didn't want to walk or something. I don't know.
So,
then-
I went inside to watch the movie. I mean, I felt bad. I'm sorry, Dane. I abandoned you. But,
I got
so,
to read
yeah,
some
you
tips and
stayed in the
tricks.
car and read tips and tricks. Do you remember any good tips and or tricks?
To this day, no. I think I remember reading a trick of a thing on how to get through a certain part of the Sega Genesis Animaniacs game, which I had that I was stuck on. And funny thing was, I remember reading it and then trying to remember how it worked, and I went home and I tried it. It didn't fucking work. So I literally to this day I never got past that one part of Animaniacs.
So that's the icing on the cake.
Oh yeah.
And then this
still
is
burns.
my mom. My mom reminds me of this part a lot.
Oh god.
Like every time she asks about you,
Oh my god.
she's like, "Do you remember when Dane was down the Cape?" So yeah, Dane's like pissed off. He's like, my mom's always like, Dane said, Mrs. Hanson, I'm having the worst summer ever. Or so he's like, I'm having a terrible time.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god. This happened at the very end of the summer of the weekend. So hold on, let's back up. Pump the brakes. We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. So now we go to Hollywood Video, right, to go rent the movie.
I think it was Blockbuster.
It was a Blockbuster. We go to
Yeah.
Blockbuster, and I don't know who picked it out. I think your brother, or I don't know, because it
was definitely you and me, because I think the thing was we were spending way too much time there. And, like, there was nothing good, and we saw the cover to Loose Screws, and we were like, this looks funny and goofy.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, when you rent a tape at Blockbuster, it's the Blockbuster case, so my mom didn't see the cover of the...
Right.
And we were just like, oh, it's a funny comedy. So I think that's how we found the tape, because there was nothing else at Blockbuster.
Yeah. I remember there being... I was, like, swamped that night, too, at Blockbuster. There was, like, 1 million people there.
Right, that's
So
probably
it was
why we
slim
couldn't find
pickings.
anything.
All that was left
Yeah.
were the fucking teen
Was
sex
Loose
comedies.
So we're watching. Then we get back to the house, and we're watching Loose Screws in the living room. And the best scene in the movie, in my opinion, comes up.
Oh, so
Well, I don't know if
I'm all like,
Yeah, why don't you
flustered
get
'cause
into
I
this?
realized that this is going to be like a TNA movie. And at the time, I knew that there were TNA movies, but I was like a kid, so I never really seen a TNA movie.
Yeah, this is the first like teen sex comedy we've watched, really.
And so next thing you know, Lily, the movie fucking starts and there's boobs, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, we're gonna get busted! So I'm like,
Was anyone watching it with you?
It was me and my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris. His mom was like around the house,
Doing
like
chores
in
or
like, the other
something
room
like-
or
yeah,
in
I
the
don't
bedroom or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, so
And
go ahead.
yeah, her bedroom's right next to the like TV room. Or
Okay.
the living room where the TV was at.
Yeah. I know.
So she's in there. Dane, why don't you go ahead
All
since
right,
this is
so-
like the only like good part of your vacation.
So we're watching Loose Screws breaking away. And I mean, obviously, like, you know, like I'm having an anxiety attack, but at the same time, I'm like, whoa, boobies! I never get to see boobies because it's still the '90s and the internet doesn't exist yet. So, and this is like the only way to watch boobies back then.
I've got a cap to this when you're finished.
Okay, so there's this part. So your mother is in like there's like another little like living room, and then there's the kitchen, and then there's the TV room and the bedrooms. So I think she's in like the living room, and she's coming in through the kitchen to go to the bedroom just at the very point at the beginning of the movie when they got like all the girls with like their tops off, or the guy like acts like he's like a doctor, and the girl's like, I don't think I should take my shirt off, and he's like, why? And she's like, well, I don't have a bra on, and he just goes, well, do you have any tits? And as soon as he says that, your mom like walks in the room and like goes into the and like looks at the TV.
And me and Dane like freeze up. We're like,
oh no, we're gonna get busted. But no, I don't know. We just ended up going into the bedroom.
I
She
feel,
went into the
I
bedroom,
feel
that
like
was it.
during the bathtub scene too, I feel like she walked out like right after that happened.
Yeah, maybe. I remember. Yeah, there's one part where there were boobies. Maybe it was like the pool scene or something. And like your mom like came out and was all like, "Does anybody like want any potato chips?" We're like, "No, we're okay."
yeah. Mom,
So
I don't want anything.
so that was Loose Screws. We got to watch Loose Screws. So that was an awesome part of the weekend.
Yeah,
worst
that's a
weekend
saving
ever.
grace.
Did anything
Also-
else happen that would make that weekend so terrible?
Oh, well, okay. So then after this, your ma goes to bed, and we figured out a way to watch scrambled porn.
Yes, that
on
was
the
what I
TV.
was gonna say.
Yep. So you
The
go ahead.
Spice
you get into
Network.
that.
And it was still
Scrambled porn.
the worst weekend ever?
Well, weekend's not over
Well,
yet.
loose screws and scrambled porn are the only good things.
Those are the highlights.
The saving
good part,
grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was one of those things where, like, you got the cable box and then you have the VCR, and you can change the VCR to different channels. So if you took the VCR and clicked it up one channel to where the porno, what it was called, HotNet?
No,
Network?
I think yeah.
Spice Channel?
I remember in
Spice Channel?
Shrewsbury, Playboy was 73.
Oh man,
so you
I
have
remember
to go,
that.
Yeah, you have to go
yeah.
to the really high channels.
Yep.
To get, I think
That's
Spice
how you
Network
got-
like after 10 was like scrambled porn. Like it turns into the Spice Network after 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
And yeah, it was. I think Spice Network was channel 99, like the last channel you could get. But yeah, anyway. So at the end or whatever, Dane's like, Miss Hanson, I'm having a terrible time. I'm having a no good, terrible vacation.
Well, let me tell you. Well, when this happened,
I need to call my parents.
No, this didn't happen. No,
This
no,
happened.
No.
What do you mean this didn't happen?
This
You don't even know what I'm going to say if it didn't happen.
No. This didn't happen at the house. What happened was.
Yes, it did.
No. Where were you?
I was right next to you.
So that didn't happen, and
Oh, it
so
will.
we're leaving, and like we go to 7-Eleven to go get an icy and a Slurpee, and we're sitting in the back seats, and of course I have like wicked bad motion sickness, so I got like a wicked bad headache from motion sickness. So we went to your cousin Jack's house, and we go in the pool. And he like got this brand new Super Soaker, and he sprayed fucking shot a stream of wicked chlorinated water right in my eyes. So I am like miserable.
Was it a Super Soaker, or
was
was
a
it those
super
like those? They were like the staffs with snake heads on them, and you like jump them down in the
No
pool,
man,
and they
he
spit
had a
out water?
legit Super Soaker.
I recall him having a Super Soaker. He had a huge,
Yeah, it was a
badass
big,
Super Soaker.
big one. Yeah, I think it was
That's
the one that
true,
had
yeah.
like the big like lever on the top that like you
think
pulled
so,
back
yeah.
and forth.
Yeah.
So he shot this thing
Like
right
10,000
smack in my
foot-pounds
eyes.
of pressure.
So I'm like sitting on a patio chair, like my eyes are bloodshot and everything. I'm like, ugh. And your mom goes, "Dana, are you okay?" And I just go, "This is the worst weekend of my life." And then she looks at me, she just goes, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that." And then I went home.
Well, when we were still down the Cape, you had to call your parents. And so down the Cape, we had a rotary phone.
Oh yeah.
And Dane he's trying to call his parents, and he's like, how does this thing work? And he didn't know how to use the rotary phone, and he couldn't call his parents without my mom like dialing the numbers. And so I remember you were pissed off at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's the worst weekend ever.
That's the worst weekend.
Sorry
down
that
the
took
Cape.
so long.
Sorry, I had to relive that, Dane.
Oh, it's okay. I relive it every summer. You know?
He has flashbacks.
Yep. Well, you know, my
Chlorine in my eye.
My folks, so they ended up buying a house a couple of years after that, and they just closed on selling the house like a couple of weeks ago, like maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So
Your therapy's
so
over.
now, so therapy's finally over. I won't be going out of the Cape much anymore.
Good riddance.
So that's
What if
it.
I invite you?
Oh, I'll go, of course. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
You just
definitely
gotta
go
Careful
down.
what you wish
We just
for.
got to remember to hit him with a boombox and.
Oh, I
smack
will.
him in
I'm
the
gonna.
head.
We should recreate every
Oh,
event.
All right, so we
I'll
can
video
we can put
document
a
it.
boombox in the back of my Jeep. I'll open up the tailgate. It'll fall out.
Yeah.
You can smash my head with the tailgate when we go to Sunday school. I'll hang
Perfect.
out. I have to find some old magazines of tips and tricks. I can read them in the Jeep. And,
I'll shoot you in the face with the super soaker.
Yeah, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, with some over-chlorinated water.
Sure.
Yep. Perfect.
You know what? Instead of over-chlorinated water, it'll just be straight chlorine.
Oh God.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll sting.
Yeah, just a little.
Anyway, so that's how we discovered loose screws.
Yep, our
in
introduction to the
quick
T6
18
comedy.
minutes.
I have a really interesting story
Oh, go ahead.
about loose screws.
Ooh.
My introduction to it.
Oh.
Last month you let me borrow it, and I watched it at home.
Was it the
Whoa.
worst weekend of your life that you watched it?
No, it was a
Spoiler.
weekday, and it was just like, yeah, I'll watch it. It's pretty good.
Well, that sounded way more eventful than our Cape trip. Wow. Whoa, way to be a one up Larry.
Didn't want to brag.
Ah, jeez.
Taking
you
too
know.
much airtime, Kevbot.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just, want to point that out. You guys have been living with the memory of this movie for
that weekend.
20 years, and
More than half our lives.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
been living with it for 20 days. The boobies were still fresh in my mind.
Oh yeah.
So let's jump into
Yeah, let's get to the
Loose
actual
Screws.
movie.
Dane Train, why don't you...
Right.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
We got to start off. What do we eat tonight, Dane Train?
We got welcomed to Moe's.
Welcome to Moe's.
Like 10 minutes after we got in there, they welcomed us.
Yeah.
And the service was very slow, even though there were like 8 people behind the fucking counter.
Yeah. But my my burrito was very fresh.
Oh yeah, dude, your steak was like piping hot right out of the oven.
Yep. Yep.
My burrito was not as fresh as yours.
Was it good?
It was a little on the dry side, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Like I should have put a little more guac. That's why I like going to Qdoba personally.
That's fair.
Of all the 3 big burrito chains, Chipotle and Moe's.
I concur.
Qdoba. Yeah.
There's something special about Qdoba, especially we can still pass off as a college student on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
See, yeah,
Right.
I'm more of a Moe's guy, but I've only had Qdoba once.
Oh, well, they're putting up the new Qdoba right near here, so we're gonna have to go there soon.
All right.
So,
Had I known that
Qdoba, VHS Bandits, brought to you by Qdoba.
you our unofficial sponsor for episode 35, Loose Screws, Qdoba. Do you like Chipotle better than Moe's?
oh, absolutely. I hate to say it, Moe's is on the bottom of the barrel for me, whereas my wife way prefers Moe's than all of them.
Okay.
I think Moe's is on the
mine too.
bottom. I just find that the quality and the flavor is kind of like just
The differences that keep you together.
Yeah.
Had I known that, we could have gone to Chipotle, which is
Coulda-
right,
which is
next,
right
door.
next door.
Yeah.
And I like, what I like about Chipotle is they have the chorizo now.
Should have
which
gone to
is-
Bollywood Cafe.
Oh no.
Should have gone to
Diarrhea
the
you
pool
would
place
cafe.
next door.
How bad do you want my asshole to get? I mean, geez Louise. Eat some
Already
spicy
pretty
brown
bad.
mush. Okay.
I'd rather not be involved with that decision.
No. But yeah, Chipotle with the new chorizo that they got, it's super good.
Their chips are just better in general, too.
Over at Chipotle?
Yeah.
I've never had their chips.
No, I mean just their tortilla chips.
Oh, yeah. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Yep.
Better than Moe's. So
I think Moe's is very like I don't know, in terms of food, it's kind of like McDonald's where it's like, yeah, it's fast food. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm not
fair.
like, ooh,
Yeah.
this is good. It's like, yeah, it's okay. Whereas like Chipotle,
I love McDonald's. I don't know what you're talking
well,
about.
don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like McDonald's. I'm just saying that like when you go there, you kind of like know what you're getting.
if
you know
they
what I mean?
made like a 50-pack of nuggets instead of like a 20-pack, oh, I'd get that.
yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have
I
a
could see
bucket
that.
of nuggets.
Yeah.
Wait,
oh my
didn't
god.
you get a
What the
bucket? No,
hell?
sorry, you got a bucket of fries.
Bucket of fries.
They need a bucket of nuggets.
Or basket of fries.
Basket.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
they
it was
need a-
bigger
they need
than
bucket of nuggets.
they
bigger
need a
than
nugget
large.
basket.
Yeah. They just
love
give
how
you
they've had
they
the
just give you a
same, like,
big
nugget
plastic bag
shakes
that's
for
just they shovel
30
it in.
years.
So let's get into
Anywho.
Loose Screws.
Yeah, loose screws.
Right off the bat, titties!
Titties.
I got
Titty City!
I got
some
this
some
tape.
birthday hats in this one, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Oh,
serious
yeah.
birthday
12
hats at 12 o'clock everywhere. So I got
And
this
banana
I got this
titties.
tape on the interwebs a couple of years ago. I started. This is when I was like, you know what? Because I've always had like a tape collection. We all have, but this was at the point where I was like, wait a minute. I'm at a point in my life where I could finally see all the movies that I want. I could actually get all the tapes that I'm looking for on the internet and whatnot. So
And you have money to spend.
Yeah,
It's a wet dream come true.
and this is back before I found out about tape trading online. So I was buying some of these cheap on the eBay and the Amazon. So I think I got this guy for like $4 on eBay, if I recall, somewhere around there, $4 or $5.
That's a deal.
Which is pretty good.
Sorry,
And
everything okay over there, Topher? Is that a
There are police
Is that
sirens and
sirens?
fire engines
Okay.
every 30 seconds.
That's not the
Okay.
first. I
Here.
remember last week when we did a show, I heard a lot of police sirens.
I'm just checking that
get
you're
used to
okay.
it. I'm used to it. I'm fine. I
Okay.
didn't call them
You
unless
know,
someone
I heard a thing on the radio
called them on
today
me.
that
Oh, no.
said Boston is like the 4th safest city, which is higher than New York City and Los Angeles.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not even comparable to size.
Oh, that's
New
true.
York City
Yeah.
has 8 million people. Los Angeles has 4 million. Boston has
And earthquakes.
600,000.
Yeah, that's right.
But the earthquakes keep it okay.
Yeah, the
Rock
fire
is
department's
protecting.
right next. The fire
LA.
department and police department are right next door.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
okay. I gotcha.
I'm sorry, we keep
So-
getting distracted though. But as long as
Sorry.
you're okay, like I could very clearly hear the sirens. So
Oh shit! All right, hopefully it doesn't come out too bad.
no, I'm sure it's fine. I just we're worried about you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
But if you're fine, then I don't.
If
care.
I have to duck out real quick after you hear some sirens, just keep going.
okay, we'll
And make
we'll,
sure to cut the video feed.
we'll fill in for you.
So
Thank you.
So Dane got loose screws.
yeah, and I love the cover of the movie. So you got like this babe in a bikini. Of course, old school. It's all drawn. It's all like cartoons, you know.
Is anyone in the movie on the box?
Kinda. So you got the chick,
Cartoony.
and where it says loose, the two O's are like over her boobies. And at the top of the tape, it says, "From the nuts who brought you screwballs." And the interesting thing is, this is technically, even though it says Loose Screws on the cover of this, the movie is called Loose Screws Screwballs 2, which is supposed to be a sequel to Screwballs, but it has absolutely nothing to do with Screwballs 1. They even take place in completely different decades, whereas the first one takes place in the 50s, and this one is
I don't know if
obviously the 80s.
any teen sex comedy has a direct sequel at all.
Porky's too.
Porky's, man.
No, Porky's 2 takes place
The
in a
next day.
completely different time. Does it?
It's
Oh,
the
shit,
next
you're
day,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Porky's
You're
2,
right,
and then
you're right,
Porky's
you're right.
3 is Porky's Revenge.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know that, because isn't it called Porky's 2 the next day?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you're
Yep,
right.
Still in the 50s.
But
Other
it's
than
rated
that,
PG and
no
it
clue.
sucks.
Yeah.
It was just made a lot longer. I think it was made.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I can't think of
Doesn't
any
matter.
other sex comedies that
If you want to,
had sequels.
if
Porky's
you
is
want to
the
count
outlier.
them, American Pie, because that's like the '90s trying to revive it.
Yeah.
Because
That's
the
true.
first one is kind of teen sex comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
And
it
then they
did
did the
it did
second
bring
one.
out a lot of other like straight to video sex comedies in the
like
late
Cheaper
90s,
by the
early
dozen
2000s.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or all the National Lampoon movies.
Yeah, at that point. Yep. And Bandcamp and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the cover there are
Van
a couple
Wilder,
of the people.
17.
So you have like a bunch of babes that are being carried away by the four guys in the movie. So you got video guy. The guy's always got a video camera. You got the guys always got the sunglasses. You got Brian Genesee, who later turned into an action star in the late 80s, early 90s. And then the cheeseball of the movie. And they've all got a bunch of busty babes that they're carrying away.
This cheeseball sets the precedent for all the other cheeseballs, in my opinion,
He's
anyway.
the best cheeseball.
The quintessential
Yes.
cheeseball.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hands down.
Not
He's
only
the-
is he an amazing cheeseball, but I would believe that out of the four, he would get laid. He would actually get laid.
Yeah, I could. Well, yeah, because all the women
Really?
are actually like nice to him. Whereas like a lot of the cheese balls in
Yeah.
movies women like treat him like shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
This guy can dance. He's helping girls.
Oh yeah.
At the gym and exercise. He gets a job at the gym.
Yeah.
He's the least like sexual predatory out of all of them.
I don't know though
Yes.
because he is like a wicked serious pervert. When it's like, oh, whoa, man, she's taking her top off. Whoa.
That's
You
just
know?
the cheese ball.
Yeah, but his
he can hide
perversion
it
is
well.
like indirect.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
else is very direct.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So on the back,
Cheese ball.
So it says, so on the back you got one picture of cheese ball as he's looking straight into this girl's cooch as she's like doing some like aerobics class.
She's
And,
in like a leotard.
yeah, those like
Ex-
80s
exercise,
workout clothes.
yeah.
So it says these four make the Porky's gang look like choir boys. Loose Screws.
Fuck you, Porkers.
Loose Screws is an outrageous tale of four sex-crazed friends who make the Porky's gang look like choir boys. Marvin,
They
Hugh,
just said that.
yeah, Marvin, Hugh, Steve, and Brad thought they were going off to a dull and boring time at summer school. They got an education, but not from any textbook. When the principal of Beaver High sent the boys to disciplinary Coxwell Academy, he didn't.
I love the names of everything in this movie.
everything and everybody is some kind of sexual
like some
innuendo.
sort of
And
like
like
dick
90%
thing.
of the dialogue.
Oh, everything is wicked,
absolutely,
horned
yeah.
up, big time.
Sorry.
Sorry. When the principal of Beaver High sent the boys to disciplinary Coxwell Academy, he didn't know what a favor he was doing them. The boys are in heaven, surrounded by an endless array of dazzling, luscious, and willing females. They study all day and all night. Brad challenges his buddies to a friendly competition. The first to score with the gorgeous French teacher Mona Lott, the declared winner. Now,
That's not her name. I thought her
Yeah.
name was Mona Lawn.
No.
Mona
Mona
Lott.
Lott.
I'm just
Mona
so
Lott.
used to saying Mow Lawn. All right, never mind.
For those of you guys
Molan
who
is a
don't
fake
know,
person we made up.
yeah,
Molan
Molan was the
It's a fake
director
credit.
of the very first public access TV show that we ever made called the Super Duper Double Decker Dude Club back in the early 2000s.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. Now it's
You'll never find episodes of that.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll see. Now it's every man for himself, and I can't read most of this because it's covered up by a Blockbuster sticker on the back. So it says no
But
one.
This might be
double
the very same
entendres
tape.
and-
Yeah, I can't read. And now it's every man for himself in a something creates chaos at Coxwell. No one loses when something Blockbuster Incorporated, February 6, 2003. So there you go.
No one's
guys.
safe
I
when
don't know.
these four are around.
I don't
and
know. It's
something
rated
happens.
R, and there's probably other stuff that's being covered up by this big Blockbuster sticker. So
It's rated
Now-
R. 92 minutes long. It's a comedy, and it came out in 1985.
there you go. This tape, even though it came from a Blockbuster, on the tape itself, it's got this huge green Blockbuster Be Kind Rewind, or you'll pay up the ass for a late fee. And then on top of it is one of those sweet, like, silver shiny foil video sticker that says Video Mart Corp from Richmond, Virginia, 408-743-1099.
So give him a call.
Give them a
Toll
call.
free.
Yeah.
Reserve your tape now.
And this one is a sweet lightning video, as we mentioned before. So it's got that little teeny little lightning video sticker on the top that's all like browned up. It looks like it's been in the oven and all cooked
I like
up.
their bumper. Their bumper was cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
with like
their
the
bumper
lightning
was pretty
bolts.
good, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And
The
this,
like metallic finish to
Yeah.
their lightning.
It's awesome.
and they just got right into the movie where the four guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
The four guys are in high school,
At Beaver High.
Beaver High, and it's the last day of school, and they're
I
all
thought-
doing.
Sexy
all being
things.
wicked perverts.
They're all
Yeah.
being perverts.
The
They're all breaking the law.
brown-haired guy. We'll call him.
Oh, Brian Genesee. Yeah.
Brian
okay.
Genesee is playing strip poker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally, the movie. I don't think 30 seconds went into this movie. Instantly boobs.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah.
is awesome.
some nice honkers
Great.
there.
It definitely beats out Meatballs 3.
And a
For
lot of other
sure.
sex comedies
Yeah.
that we've watched.
Yeah,
that
there's
we were
so many
promised
boobs in this.
Party hats.
A
and
lot
we
of
didn't
party
get
hats in this movie. He's playing strip poker. What's
Then you got Cheeseball, and Cheeseball's on the roof of the school with a pair of binoculars, spying down on a bunch of the cheerleaders who spot him, and they all.
And he has a shirt that says "I'll eat anything."
Yeah. So and he's like eating a sandwich or something, right? So
I always have a Reuben with me whenever I am on the prowl for staring at cheerleaders.
So these chicks see them, and they're already prepared because he must do this often, and they bend over, lift up their skirts, and all of they have letters on their ass cheeks, on their
butts.
panties, and it spells out "eat shit."
Exclamation point.
I love that. I don't know
there
who
are
else thought
so
of that.
many novelty clothing in the beginning of this movie. So many custom made sayings on people's clothes.
Yeah.
So there's two, like those girls had to coordinate for some serious. You don't just buy an eat shit panty line.
Those must have been like iron-ons.
the
Yeah.
Sears
Craft
catalog.
store.
Oh, that's true.
what was
and then there's,
the squirrely guy?
Oh, so one guy was so the guy with the sunglasses, Mr. Cool
Hugh.
Dude. No,
Oh,
Hugh.
he was the nerdy guy.
He was the video guy. Oh yeah. So Hugh G Erection is his name. He so they call him
Jesus
Huey in the
Christ.
movie.
These are like rejected garbage pail kids.
know,
Everybody in
right?
this movie.
So he's got a video camera, like a VHS handycam, on like an RC
With an
car.
endless supply of tapes because he never shuts it off.
Yeah,
No.
it's always on record, and so he has this thing on like an
It's got
RC car,
SLP tapes.
and it's like looking up some chick's skirt, looking up at her panties and her hoo ha. So he's in pervert heaven, and then you got
And he's wearing sandals all the time, which has bothered
I
me.
didn't even notice that.
And
Ugh, it's
sandals
gross.
and socks.
Oh really?
No,
didn't
no,
even
I don't
notice.
think he had socks. I don't. Well, I mean, I couldn't see the fucking feed.
I
So
thought he had
shitty,
sandals
but-
and socks.
And then you got Mr. Cool, who always has his
This
sunglasses
is like Duke
on.
Nukem in high school. This
Yeah.
guy, basically.
He's Billy Zabka
Yeah, exactly.
from
yeah.
Karate Kid,
And
the blonde kid.
Oh.
And I
That's what he looks
mentioned
like.
during the movies, he looks to me a lot like the guy in Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 who got like electrocuted from the car battery and like his eyes exploded. He kind
Yes.
of looks like him to me.
Right before
So-
garbage day.
So he is teaching tennis lessons to some chick while he's like one hand is like on her hand showing her swings and his other arm is like around her, like totally
He's just
copping a
cupping.
feel on
Yeah.
her boobies.
She's not wearing a bra.
Yeah, Turkey was done all right.
And it turns out the principal is making announcements, and he's like, "Oh, everyone have a safe summer and leave in an orderly fashion." And these 4 people report to my office, and it's those 4 guys.
He's like, I hope everybody has a good summer except for these 4. What was his name?
What was
You
it?
guys-
His name was shit. It was some sort of dick joke.
Yeah, it was
all
like
dick jokes.
it was like Principal
Mr.
Hard
Dick
On or
joke.
something like that. You
Yeah.
know?
Principal Big Boner.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Principal Big Boner. You're right.
Principal Big Boner. So Principal
Good-
Big Boner
good
is like,
recall.
"You 4 are the dumbest people ever. You're going to stupid summer school. You've been in the 12th grade like 5 times."
Yeah. They've been seniors
You'd
4
think
times.
after 4 years of 12th grade you'd graduate. But he's like, you have the lowest scores ever recorded at Beaver High.
Yeah. Which
And-
how low is that got to be?
It's like Booger and
Which I think
Better
the
Off
nerd
Dead.
guy
Yeah.
would be pretty smart, but I guess not.
Yeah,
he just doesn't
right?
apply
He just-
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
You think that
goes
Hugh
towards
G
the-
Erection would be like the smart guy because he does like science experiments
It
during
goes
the movie.
towards the exploration of upskirt shots.
Yeah.
And then immediately, there's no like preparation or anything. They are on their way
They're
to
hitting the
Coxwell
road.
Academy.
In their Chrysler LeBaron convertible.
Their white Chrysler LeBaron convertible, the official VHS Bandits dopey car
Yo, the
that
vehicle-
we love.
the-
We put this
the
car
of
in
the
anything we
80s.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Chrysler LeBaron convertible is an infamous VHS Bandit staple.
It's an ongoing joke with us for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because it's
And
such
I
a
was so
fun
happy to
car.
see it. Oh yeah.
Do you think that's
and-
where your obsession with that
where
car
it
came
originated
from.
It might have
from?
been a subconscious.
Yeah.
It's just like
Decision,
imprinted in
you're
our
right.
brain
Right,
that like,
right,
ooh,
yeah.
Chrysler LeBaron convertible. That's
And
the
I think-
car.
It's the
What's that
opening
m-
sequence with the music and them dancing and the
Yeah. That is not to mention like
everyone's got
screws
sunglasses
breaking away.
because loose screws
That-
shows your titties.
that theme song, the Loose Cruise theme song, I think is probably one of the best theme songs to any movie ever made.
It's pretty great.
At the
It's
end of
so
this
good.
episode, if we can find it, we need to put that
it's
Oh,
song.
we'll
gotta
put it
be-
on. We'll put
definitely,
it on
definitely.
there for sure.
But like
This whole soundtrack, if they were to re-release this
The soundtrack was great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love to have this soundtrack on cassette.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're driving immediately to Coxwell Academy, and
They're playing.
they're
getting
trying to.
chicks to flash
To
them.
flash
cars
'em.
Next,
Yeah, yeah.
Next to them.
So the like cool dude with the brown hair guy. What was his name?
Brian
What are we
something?
calling him? Brian something. So Brian is.
Yeah, Brian Genesee. Yeah.
He's wearing a shirt that says trade ? Or let's trade.
Yeah.
And he like stands up, and there's like some other girls in another convertible, and he tries to get them to show them their titties, but then like this girl stands up and she has a pillow. I think it's supposed to be like an ugly fat chick or something,
Yeah,
but it's
just-
just
they
a
just-
girl with a pillow under her shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Also in a
whatever.
convertible, she's just overly cautious because there's no airbags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they could have easily died.
In fact, they did.
And
This
then they
movie
find
is
another.
memorable.
Coincidentally, who would have known? They find a girl in another convertible in a Mustang, who's wearing a shirt that says "Sure," and then he takes off his
trade
shirt
shirts.
that says let's trade," and she takes off her shirt that says "Sure," and then we see her titties.
Yes.
and they're both wear
Second
the
set
same
of
shirt
titties
size.
in like 3 minutes in this movie.
Oh, seriously. We've
Yep.
seen like, a good dozen boobies already. If you count
Oh, yeah.
if you count the pair,
Yeah.
And then this is when they get to the school and they beat everyone else. Everyone else, for whatever reason, is coming to this Coxwell Academy on a school bus.
Because everyone else there is regular high school
Actual
age,
school
and these
age.
guys are in their mid-20s.
Oh, dude,
That's
dude,
true.
they're
Mid to
all,
late
I think they're all
20s.
like in their mid-30s. They look like to me.
Could be.
In the story, they're probably, like
They gotta
23,
be like
24?
18. No. Oh yeah.
22.
You're right.
There were 4
If
years
they were in
in,
the
uh,
senior grade for 4 years, so like
They should have
18,
at least
19, 20,
graduated
21,
college
22.
by now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they gotta
and
be around early
assuming they were
20s.
held back in previous grades as well.
Oh
Right.
yeah, right.
They weren't just held back in 12th grade. They weren't
Yeah,
like,
so
this is an easy
they're
ride. Let's just
38-year-old men.
repeat this a few more times.
yeah.
And so this is when the infamous doctor scene comes up. So
yeah.
Dane already explained the doctor scene. This is when that happens.
Yeah.
So-
and meanwhile, while that's happening, Cheeseball is in the closet, and Hugh, the nerdy guy, is videotaping everything, obviously. And Cheeseball is just peeking through a window in the closet at all these girls' titties. And
Freaking smiling from ear to ear.
what falls on him? What could be in the
skeleton.
doctor's
The
office?
anatomy
in the
skeleton, and he
closet.
thinks it's a real skeleton. So it's like, whoa! And he comes out of the closet. He's
It could not
flipping out.
be any more of a fake skeleton.
It's it's like
And
hanging
then
off
the
of a
skeleton
string.
lands on the girl the girl who has titties but no bra. She ends up with the skeleton like straddling her somehow,
And she
then
runs
she's
around the
running down the
entire
halls.
school,
in
yeah.
the hallway. And so,
And then that's when we meet the new principal. What's his name?
yeah, he had a goofy name too, didn't he?
Yeah, Principal
We gotta find that
Hardcock
out.
number 2.
Yeah. All the people in this movie had fucking ridiculous
And this guy was
names.
great.
Dude, he
I
was one
love
of the
this
best
guy.
fucking parts of this movie.
Yeah, he rivals the principal in Breakfast Club.
Oh, dude,
Easily.
he's way better than the principal in I got you for two weeks, dude. Way better than him. Like
Principal,
He looks
Principal Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. And they like his mannerisms, the way he talks. He's constantly like clearing his throat.
He might
the
be
best.
the second
His
best
eyebrows
character in this movie.
are-
Who's your
on
first
point.
best? Cheeseball?
Cheeseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseball.
Marvin the cheeseball.
Like I just think like every element came together perfectly. in this movie.
That's a strong-
Every cast member, every person, all the bad acting, everything was legit perfection.
The terrible
Yeah,
double
I mean, as far as,
entendres
like-
and
the
the timing in between the boobies were
nothing made me bored
Yeah.
in this movie. Ever.
Yeah, that's true.
I was constantly entertained. Unlike a lot of teen sex comedies where they try to fill up 90 minutes with crap.
or sleepaway camp
With people
too.
Yeah.
skiing
Just-
and falling into the lakes. And that's just when the principal finds them. He's like, "Did you have anything to do with this, you little pukes? I'm gonna make this the worst summer of your lives."
And who should
and
walk in?
The
But
new
Mona
French teacher.
Oh, yeah. Mona Lotz.
Who needs help finding her box? Her mailbox, that is.
Literally every single word of dialogue is some kind of innuendo.
Shitty
Every
pun.
single. So, like, as they're
Her
saying
box
this,
is a little small, and she wants to fit more in it.
she doesn't want the mail to get bent when it goes inside the
Yeah.
mailbox.
And Principal
of course-
Arsenault might be able to help with that.
And the whole time
He's
he's,
like-
just like, oh, hell, hey. The whole time he's like,
Yeah, he's like going off the rails, trying not to
Yeah.
cum in his pants.
and like, and
he's
like the four guys are sitting there like giving each other the elbows, like, whoa, you know?
I have to skip ahead to the few times this happens, but Principal Arsenault keeps driving to Mona Lott's house.
Yeah, take
and
her on a date.
Yeah, take her on a date because he's got he's got a new position for her. And all
he's
this
so
stuff.
smooth
and,
when he like brings it up.
and every time that you see the shot of him driving to her, he's practicing his speech, and they're just some of the funniest scenes in the movie because he's just like practicing how he's gonna say like, "Oh, I think I've got a new position for you underneath
Right?
me," and
It's gonna
He
be
just
pleasant. It's
says-
gonna be a good job for both me and you, but
Yeah.
mostly me.
yeah,
He says like the same joke 8 different times in the same like situation, but I mean it's still funny each time.
Oh, seriously.
it's great.
Oh my god,
The
it's awesome.
the range in acting on that guy is
Oh,
perfect.
dude. Like,
He can go suave playboy
American
to
hero.
pissed
The
off
Eugene
principal.
Levy lookalike.
and
yeah.
like literally every single
pervert
Talking
guy.
like Gary Shandling.
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but every single time that like he catches the 4 main guys like doing something stupid or catching them like snooping on the chicks or whatever, and he brings them into his principal's office and he lectures them, he gets like more and more white to the very
Just
last
throughout
time.
the whole movie.
Right?
He's
Literally looks
dying
like he's
slowly
dead.
in this movie.
He's totally freaking like it's like he
He
saw
looked
a
like
ghost.
the kid from My Boyfriend's Back. He looked like that.
Yeah.
God. yeah. Oh my god.
And then this is when like we get to the plot of the movie, which is really nothing.
Well, there is a plot.
Yeah,
They
but
have
it's
to.
barely.
They got a point system by the end of the summer, right?
And they never
Yeah, it's
mention
just
it
they
again.
want to get as much action as they can. There's like 10 points for doing it, 5 points for copping a feel, 2 points for seeing something, and 100 points for
banging the French teacher.
yeah.
Yeah, but we don't even know if they're even keeping score, keeping track of it, you know?
They don't until
They
they
never
mention it
mention
at the end, and they're like, "No one has any points."
Which is
But
total
through
bullshit.
the whole movie, they're just
yeah,
like
you see so many
seeing a
tits.
bunch of boobies.
Yeah, a
and-
lot of them have cop feels and everything. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure each one of them's got some points racking up.
and they always like are about to get some action, and then it goes to the next scene, and to assume that they don't get anything. Like there's one scene on the beach where there's a girl for every guy, which happens a few times in this movie. It's like a circle of girls, and they kind of all go off. Well, you just see Brian, what's his name, and Billy Zabka go off, and Billy Zabka and the girl are like, "Oh, let's go swimming," and the girl's like, "We've been swimming all day," and he's like, "Not without clothes this time," and she's like, "Oh, haha, all right, let's go," and then Brian and some other girl are like, "Let's go finish up what we started earlier," and to assume that they don't fuck is just downright irresponsible.
Because,
For
like,
the plot.
you just saw
That's just
'cause
bad storytelling.
They
Yeah.
did have, like, they cut to them, like, naked doing it.
Yeah,
So.
by the fire, and they
yeah.
don't show like weird like grunting or anything like the painful
It's just
sleepaway
yeah.
camp sex.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But, you know, they just kind of cut to the next day. And it's like, okay, you don't mention it, though?
Yeah,
You're
I
not
don't
going to
understand
say,
that.
like,
And everybody
oh.
knows that they're getting it.
No, like,
Yeah.
porn star ghost broke up their sexual acts or anything like that.
Right.
It could have been a thing where maybe they went to go touch below the belt and they found the fucking salami in the pants. They go, oh, I should have known better. Ugh. They took off, you know? I don't know.
Who knows? That's the one somewhat irresponsible thing in this movie.
Yeah.
Forgivable, but, you know.
So each one
They
of
don't
them,
really acknowledge that they get laid, but they keep putting them in situations where it's just like,
They
yeah,
definitely would.
yeah.
You would be trying not to get laid.
you would have to be
Actually,
me
one of the
to
characters
not get
does
laid in those situations.
Pretty much. Maybe
Yeah.
they were. Who knows? Because one of the dudes is like legit ready to fuck, and then like taking a page out of Rudy's playbook, he stops it. I mean, he has better reason than Rudy in this.
well,
That's
yeah.
when
He just gets thrown out the window.
So this is kind of like a weird little loophole in the movie. So there's this chick who shows up for the tennis guy who's in a tennis gear, and they're like, oh, your tennis racket's all nice and tight. That's how I like it. So they're
She's a teacher, though.
well, here's the deal: is they start to kind of do it, but then she takes off, and a golfer friggin' hits him in the balls with a golf club.
Yeah, because Billy
Gotta play
Zabka's
it
in
where
a
it lies.
daze from having a lady on top of him, and he's
Yeah.
just like, whoa, and the golf guy.
can't feel a golf ball on his balls.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Sorry, buddy."
Gotta
And
play through.
so later on, I don't know why, but yeah, like the chick took off, and later on, Billy shows up at her house, and they start to get going, doing it, and who shows up but the principal, and you find out that the principal is this girl's husband.
Dun dun
So
dun.
we're like, whoa, wait a minute. So basically, the principal's going out with Mona Lott on these dates, and he wants to
Well,
bang
he's
her.
trying to. He's not successful.
Yeah, but like,
No,
so
he is.
He's
so-
trying to cheat on his wife.
So he wants to cheat on his wife, whereas the wife is also cheating on him with the high school kid.
They probably have an
Yeah.
agreement. You saw their closet. It was literally
yeah.
full of
It was a
S&M gear.
dominatrix
Yeah.
closet.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Secret dogs.
so when the principal
joke
walks
for you.
in on them, and then Billy has to hide under the sheets, and then the principal. This is a great scene. The principal comes up. And he's like, "Oh, hey, baby, you look sexy." And she's like, "We already did it this semester." And he's like, "What about finals? Come on." And he like tries to grab her ass, but he grabs Billy's ass and is like squeezing it. And Billy's under the covers like, "Go."
He's all like, "Oh, you still have the ass of a 15-year-old." Something like
Ugh,
or no,
so gross.
after 15 years, your ass is still nice and
Oh,
firm or
that's-
something like that.
That's a lot. That's
whole
a
joke
better
is-
way of putting it.
The whole joke is like Billy's feet are sticking out. So it's
Yeah.
like she just looks extra tall, and the principal's like, "Don't wear my socks to bed."
And then he leaves. I forget why. He just goes.
Well, he had to go
because
to
he won't.
work.
Yeah,
He forgot his briefcase. Or
Literally, as soon
Oh,
as he
okay.
walked out of the room, the covers come flying off, and she's like,
Yep.
"We're alone now." The
He
principal's
hasn't
not
even,
even
gone down the
like,
stairs.
out of
Like,
the
they didn't even
house.
bother to lock the door.
And Billy
Yeah.
Zabka's like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here. I saw that closet, and I am not dying in here."
So he
Yeah.
fucking jumps out the window, two-story
No,
window.
he's trying to back off, and she's trying to like come at him.
So it's like
And
he
he, like-
jumps, gets pushed, or falls.
I
But,
think
yeah,
he
nobody
gets
really- you
pushed
can't really
slash
tell.
falls
Yeah.
by accident.
And she's like,
That's
"I'll
the-
be right
that's the
down
impression
there
I got.
banging in the bushes."
This dude is in his underwear the most, I think.
Well, him and Brian Genesee are in their underpants a lot in this movie.
This
Yeah,
guy is.
the cheeseball and the other guy aren't really.
Yeah, we never
Ever.
really see him.
So
Which
I'd say that
Brian Dennehy, whatever.
Genesee. We'll watch some of his movies.
Brian
Hey, maybe we should
Genesis.
watch one. You know what? I think we're due for an action movie, so maybe we
I'd
should
say
watch
so.
a Brian Genesee movie next week.
All right.
Cool.
You see him
so-
in one scene where they're like super secret probation kind of thing, and they're all hanging out, and Billy Zabka and Brian Genesis are in their
Brian
undies.
Sega Genesee.
Yeah. And Brian is like, "You know what we got to do, guys?" And he like gets on his knees on his bed, and you can see he's got this wicked bulge, and it's just like, you got to fuck each other, and he's like, we gotta break out. And then
By fucking each other.
yeah, and then you get a great montage and song, and they sneak out the window, which is right next to the front door, into Billy Zabka's car, and they drive off to a strip club.
Yeah, with a pretty sweet wet T-shirt contest, which was 1,000 times better than the 2-second long T-shirt contest in Meatballs 3.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's actually wet T-shirts in this wet T-shirt contest.
And this place was called the Pig Pen. It was awesome.
And the principal,
AKA Sweaty Freddy's.
Yeah, sweaty Freddie Franks.
and so at the same time, while all the guys are hooting and hollering, enjoying this wet T-shirt contest, and they're going up on stage to put whipped cream all over these girls' bodies and lick it off. Who shows up but the principal and Mona Lott, who he was going to take her for a nice romantic pork chop dinner at the Big Pen.
Big Pen has the
pork chops in
nicest,
town.
pork chops in town.
When's the last time you've had a pork chop, guys?
Dude,
Not since the Pig Pen.
Not
can't even
not in
remember.
this decade have I had a pork chop.
I don't know who the hell likes a pork chop.
I
Not
need a
me.
pork chop.
I like a nice moist pork chop.
Yeah,
That's the
tell
problem.
ya.
Pork chops are never moist, so that's why I never
That's
get them.
true.
you gotta cook it for
Dry as
2
hell.
seconds.
Yeah, they're
2
too damn.
seconds.
They're always so
Kevbot
dry.
likes a rare pork chop.
Yeah.
You like them still
He
oinking.
wants it still
Yeah.
porking.
So-
Anyway,
so,
but that's that happens fairly late in the movie, or
Yeah,
at least
there-
after the midpoint.
there's all
So-
these tricks and antics that these guys are doing to not only peep on all the girls at the school, but also peep and get it on with Mona Lott.
Right.
You know?
Let's just
Everyone
try-
has their own technique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just
Like
try and go
Billy-
through real quick the ways they come up with just seeing other girls.
Yeah.
Then we can touch upon how they try and get with Mona Lott.
Oh, good idea.
Okay,
Let's
yeah,
organize
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So the first thing is the doctor, where
Yep.
they're examining the boobies.
Yep. They got the video camera and they're like, oh, you guys ever seen video dating? Well, this is X-ray video.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Makes
You know,
sense.
makes perfect sense.
Totally like video dating.
Then next we have Brian dresses
Oh,
up
yeah.
as a woman and infiltrates the girls.
I thought he was a woman at first. I was like, this bitch is tall.
Yeah. And he makes a somewhat convincing woman compared to the other three.
We also meet there's this wicked big husky Broomhilda looking she's like the
She's like head of the girls.
Yeah.
She's
the,
like the girls principal, basically.
yeah,
but
the RA of the dorm or something,
Yeah.
and she's confiscating all of their dildos.
No
and
sex,
and
no
stuff.
men, no screwing around.
Yeah,
I
and she
remember. No
the girls are
screwing
smoking
around.
pot, and she takes the
She takes the
pot
pot and-
from them and starts smoking it and forgets what she's doing. And I remember watching this as kids. I was like, why is she so sleepy? Why is she's just
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette? You know? And now I understand what is happening in the scene.
So
So Brian shows up as a woman, and
Bernice,
yes, Bernice, and
he gets into
Yeah,
the tub with
gets into the
he
tub with-
tries. He really focuses on this one girl.
yes,
And she can't-
who's the one he's with on the beach later on, and he's,
Yeah.
and she can't tell that Bernice is not a guy in the tub because
Nobody
she
can. I
doesn't have
thought they
her
were
contacts
all
on.
in on it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
nobody
mean,
can
I
tell.
thought they were all in on him being dressed up.
You know,
but
I would have thought so too.
But no, they all buy it.
Yeah, he's really convincing, I guess.
I guess so.
I mean,
But
it's
it-
5
but
o'clock
yeah.
shadow and everything.
But it turns out
And-
that he, after his bath, he goes to the bathroom and leaves the seat up. And that's when the Broomhilda character goes to the bathroom. She's like, "There's a man in here."
Her name was
Oh,
something stupid too. Her
man.
name was
Yeah.
Von Douche or something, right?
Something like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
automatically it clicks and chases him out of the room, and that's that.
So that was
Do you
his
have
big
her
attempt.
name
That
on
was
the
his
credits,
big
Kevbot?
attempt. What's that?
On IMDb, can you see all the characters' names? Or maybe we should just go through a list of goofy character names.
Yeah, we
We
should
could
do
do
that
that.
too. And then Brian Genesee tries. We'll do that one in a minute because it's Mona Lot related. So Cheeseball, he's eating a slice of pizza on the side of the road, and he sees that there's like an opening at like an aerobics gym. So he throws his piece of pizza in the trash, looks at the ad, and then he goes and grabs the pizza back in from the trash and eats it. And then he goes in, and he's in this like leotard thing, and there's no other men in this whole gym. It's all chicks doing like 80s aerobics. So of course he's helping them out, and his face is like right in their tits, right in their cooches, and he's loving
nobody is bothered by this. Like all the girls get like severely sexually harassed in this movie, and
time.
they could care less.
Oh, they're all happy.
Though,
as hell
like
to have
all these guys
Cheeseball
like might as well have been ghosts because they like barely acknowledge them. Like Cheeseball's face is in your vagina. And he's been doing aerobics, and he's Cheeseball, and he probably stinks.
He did not
But
look sweaty
no
at
one
all.
pays him
that man
any
has
mind.
great stamina.
And this is a guy.
He's in the
better
pool
than me.
all the time, though,
That's
so
true.
it could just be,
He washes off
This
frequently.
is the guy who, when they showed up at their dorm room, his entire backpack was completely. He empties out his backpack. It's completely filled with junk food.
Yeah.
It was like
He reminds me of Donkey Lips. From
yeah,
his
he's a lot like
shorts.
Donkey Lips. Yeah.
So I'm going to interrupt you guys just to go over the names real quick.
Yeah.
Please.
So Brian Genesee is Brad Lovett.
Ooh.
The Billy Zabka guy, his name is Steve Hardman. We have the
I
the
thought it was
nerdy-
Steve Harvey at first.
Yeah.
The nerdy kid is Hugh G. Rection.
I love that.
That's
That's
the
such a
best
garbage
name.
pail kid.
The cheeseball guy is Marvin Eatmore.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one.
We had Nikki Nystroke.
Oh, fit.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Nystroke?
Gail Poulet.
Poulet.
I don't know.
Pull it.
Pull it.
Pull it. Makes sense. Tracy Greathead.
Yep, I remember that one.
That's like not even like a name.
Yeah. Principal Arsenault. Mona Lot. The Broomhilda-esque is Hilda Von Blow.
Von Blow. Yeah.
On below.
Then we had one Principal Hard Butt.
Yep. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's the best name. Hey, hard butt.
And then there was one more, just Candy Bar. That's it.
Oh, yeah, Candy Bar. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great. Thank you.
Oh, my God. I love it, man.
Principal Hard Butt.
Oh, it's so awesome.
That's
Listen
one of
here,
the best
hard butt.
names in movie history.
This movie is like in such an alternate dimension. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Where like dumbass names like that are totally normal. Like, hey, Principal Hard Butt. I
So
love
let's
it.
let's get back to the sexcapades.
Sexcapades.
They
So after Cheeseball, who else here?
The huge erection
Yeah.
is just going around videotaping girls, basically. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I have a small dick. And then he stuffs his pants, his shorts, with a whole box of tissues.
Yes.
And then like he's walking down the boardwalk all like suave and cool, and he's like stealing fruit off of fruit stands or something. And
Leaving a
then
trail of Kleenex behind him.
Yeah, the girls
Yeah.
are like laughing at him.
Yeah.
He's
And,
the least utilized character in this movie, I think.
Well, you know, he came up with some
It's kinda
pretty cool
forgotten
shit
about.
though, because like next thing you know, he's like a scientist and he figures out a way that makes clothing. He makes a chemical that makes clothing dissolve.
And
So
he pollutes the
We've
pool.
all done that.
Yeah, he pollutes the pool, and all the chicks are in the pool with their swimming suits on. They put this shit in the water. Next thing you know, bam! Instantly, you don't even see the clothes like dissolve. They're just gone. So there's all these
They don't got
chicks.
the budget for that.
Yeah,
Cheeseball reaps the benefits because he's the one in the pool with snorkel gear, just
Yeah.
like hanging
look at
out.
all the hairy cooch
Yeah.
under the water.
Yeah. Cheeseball's also the one. Huge Erection uses a computer program to figure out how to go through the ceilings and vents.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
it-
god!
it-
And
it was
they
like-
send Cheeseball of all people.
Yeah, Cheeseball
Yeah.
goes through the ceiling.
big are these vents?
To peep on the girls in the locker room, which he catches Moan a lot in there, and eventually falls through, and they get caught, and blah blah blah.
love how,
Pretty
like,
much everything
please,
gets them in trouble.
Please talk about Hugh talking to his computer.
Oh my god! Yeah, so he's got like a little like it's like an old like
This
Mac
computer,
1.
yeah, it like rivals the
computer
computer
talks to my
in
desk.
And then
striking point.
He has a microphone and he has to talk to his computer, kind of like Siri. But
Yeah.
if you were to hit Siri and go, it goes doo doo, and you go, Siri, how is the weather today? That's how you gotta fucking talk to this computer.
Yeah.
It only speaks computer to computer accents.
It speaks computerese.
Like if you were like, "Hey
Yes.
computer, how do we peep on these girls?" It would be like,
does
"That
not
does
compute."
not compute. So you'd be
It
like,
does not commute.
Computer, show me some titties.
and then it'll tell you.
And then it'll go titties.
Here are all the titties in the school. Beep boop bop boop boop. I don't know where he got all this information. Whatever. Who cares?
So
cares?
he's like a smart dude. So why the hell he went through senior year 4 times and he's at this school for morons? For summer school, I have no idea.
Just
because
trying to get
School
laid.
for morons.
Yeah, I mean, like he literally, I mean, he's a smart dude to make chemicals and do all this like
his
computer
stuff,
shit.
Yeah,
You know?
all his energy into looking
at
up skirts.
movies. To which
I think that's how Principal Hardbutts described Coxwell Academy. I think he was like, "I'm sending you to Coxwell Academy for morons."
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had a
it's
great
school for
line about it. I
stupids.
totally forgot
Yeah.
it, but it was like the dumbest people go there. You
Something like that,
idiots.
Which is funny because
pretty
like the principal Arsenal is like, this is only an academy for people of the finest of intelligence. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait a minute, but Butthurt just said that this is a school for
Everyone's
stupids.
stupid.
And
So
it totally makes sense too, because all the girls are so dumb that they fall for all these things. It's
that's
just like,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
true.
oh yeah, we just arrived, got off the bus, and need a physical exam that no one told us about prior. All right.
And meanwhile, all the male students that aren't these 4 guys just conveniently disappear for the rest of the
Oh,
movie.
big time.
There is no other male characters in this
They
movie.
pop up once where they're all naked, covering up their gonads, and
Like a girl teacher walks in on them.
yeah. And that was it.
Just
They're
like
all gone.
Sweaty Freddy Franks.
And we barely see that teacher again either.
Yeah, that's
you're
right.
The only teachers you see are the tennis coach, aka the principal's wife, and Mona Lot. And that
then,
one teacher who
and,
is
Von Blow.
Yeah, Von Blow. And the one teacher who is like Mona Lot's roommate or whatever,
Oh,
housemate.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she's like, "You must be the student. Mona's in the shower. Mona."
And that's all you hear of her.
Yeah.
So
I can't
Alright.
think of the other. I can't
What,
think of
the
the
Mona stuff?
other. No, not the Mona stuff.
the other sexcapades.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Everything else is
yeah.
more or less
Yeah, they have the
Mona.
dance sequence on the beach, and then they all get some action
Yeah.
around the
Which
fire.
is kind of funny because like they had to have hired a choreographer because they're all in this big crazy choreographed 80s dance.
Yeah, it's like this
on the
weird.
beach.
It's like a '60s beach party movie in the '80s.
Yeah, except
It-
they dance like shit.
It turns into like
Yeah.
the total dance scene in Mac and Me in the McDonald's.
They
It's like
and they
exactly
do a
the
dance
same.
called the Screw.
Yeah,
they're
that's
just like,
right. Yeah, all the
"Do the
dance moves
screw,
are like wicked.
do the Screw.
Oh, that
Yeah.
reminds me, like the second song in the movie, like when they're talking about like their bet or whatever. Just going back to the soundtrack being awesome.
yeah.
I just remember like it coming in and like the guy's voice is like this weird fake Elvis thing, and like the first line of the song is just like, "I'm hanging out here." And he's just like, "I'm having a good summer." It's just like the worst lyrics,
Like,
but
one of
it's
the-
a great song.
There's one song when the blonde guy with the sunglasses is going to have a private lesson for his French with the French teacher Mona Lotz. And there's a song that pops up. It almost sounds like a ska song, and it's like, "I got a rubber in my pocket,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I hope I'm gonna fuck it, and it gives me a round impression." Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, it's just great.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
the Mona stuff now.
Oh yeah, so every guy's trying to get with Mona.
Yeah.
In the movie, one way or another. So Cheeseball.
What a babe.
So Cheeseball got a good look at her in the locker room.
He
But
notices
she
that
didn't
he
take her
goes to
bra off,
gym.
though.
Yup.
The first one to try and score with her is Billy Zabka,
Yeah.
because she mentions that she's open for private lessons.
Hey.
So he approaches her after class, and he goes over at night, brings her flowers and all that stuff, and that's when he comes into the house and she's in the shower, and the teacher's like,
Oh, and she like lives with that other teacher or something.
Yeah,
that
something
older
like that,
teacher.
yeah.
It was so weird.
So
Whatever.
Billy Zabka's character goes up, and Mona speaks French, saying like, "I'm in the shower. I'll be with you in just a minute." And he's got
that's when she says douche.
Yeah. And that's when he's flipping through the book and he's like, I think that means get in the shower with you. So he gets naked and gets in the shower with her, and he's like, hey.
He grabs her up, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she flips out.
And then she kicks him out, and that's
calls
when
him
the
a pervert.
principal shows up with like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Well, like, the funny thing is, like, it happened
In
like
a box.
3 times or so where, like 3 or 4 times where the principal is like on his way to go pick her up for a date. Again, it's like being like, oh, I'm going to give you a big position. And he gets there, and of course he finds the guys doing some kind of peeping around,
Skeevy
peeping Tom
shit.
action. And the funny thing is, like, so who do we say that the principal reminded us of?
He looks
Eugene
like
Levy
he
and
looks like
yeah.
Eugene
Gary
Levy.
Shanley.
Big time Eugene Levy.
Yeah. He speaks like Gary Shanley.
Yes.
So
The perfect combination.
Yeah.
and then later, Cheeseball and Hugh G. Erection grab a ladder and the video camera, and they go up on the side of her house, and she is in her underpants, drying her hair with a hairdryer, and they're
in the
getting
most
some video.
seductive positions too. It's
Yeah.
like no one, sprawls themselves over the bed trying to dry their hair, like arch their back and all that stuff. It's just
Right?
like,
Of
yeah.
course, a dog.
Very suggestive blow drying.
Yes.
Of course, the dog starts biting Cheeseball's leg, and he's like, "Whoa, I can't get this dog off me! Whoa, I'm flipping out!"
It's eating me whole, but it's teeny tiny dog.
It's a little teeny little dog.
Yeah, little fluffy
So
thing.
he flips out, runs away, and the ladder falls. But Huge Erection is still at the top of the, like where the window is.
windowsill.
He's grabbing the windowsill. Mona Lot sees him, and this is like one of the best lines in the movie, where he's all like, "Listen, I could tell you that I'm doing this. I could tell you that I'm doing that. But the truth is, I'm just here to stare at your tits." And I just thought that was like great.
I was like, ugh, that made me feel like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, you should have told her the other things.
He's honest. Well, that's the thing is, like, I think it's cool
Like
because,
that-
like, when you watch these
you think
movies,
it's
you
cool?
expect them to just be like, "Oh, hey, we were just shooting, National Geographic," or just trying to bullshit. But I like the fact that, like, this was like breaking
Like
the
the
mold here,
surprise
guys. This
of
is
it.
thinking outside
Yeah.
the box in filmmaking.
crazy.
Where they're
That's
doing
true,
something nobody's
that's
ever done
true.
before.
Yeah.
You know?
It just seemed very aggressive the way he said, "I'm staring at your tits." It sounded almost like a threat.
Yes. He
Well-
was kind of the creepiest of the people.
Well, she did
Yeah,
smash
yeah,
his fingers
definitely.
with the window.
Yeah,
so.
but his-
Rightfully
One
so.
of
Yeah.
one of his cameras fell inside.
yeah, his
which we'll
camera
come
fell
back to
inside.
later.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we find
So-
out. Oh, go ahead.
So Marvin Cheeseball works at a gym, and he says to them that she goes there. So Brian bribes the masseuse.
Oh, this
Yeah.
part's great.
Whose name
Yeah.
is Hung Low.
Hung low.
Or Low Hung.
Something like that. Well hung.
Total
or-
stereotype.
No, it's low hung.
And he brushes up on the art of seductive massage. So he can make Mona Lot super horny for him. He can jump her bones. And he also very stereotypically enters the room, and he's got a terrible fake Fu Manchu mustache and starts giving her a massage, and is just like the most intense piano playing on her back.
And she's like, "Ooh, oh wow, I feel so strange."
Yeah, I've never
He
felt
tries
this
to grab her
before.
butt and go to Browntown, but she
Oh, he
stops
does do
him.
that, yeah.
He was like, "Oh, let me work on your glutes."
Let me touch your cooch.
So
And then, how does she notice though? Oh, she's like, she is into it though. She's
Yeah,
like,
and then he does
creaming her
something
towel.
and hurts her shoulder, and she's like, "Ow!"
I think he maybe pulled a muscle in
Went-
her
went
shoulder
too
or
far.
something. Yeah.
yeah.
So she gets up and she's like, "You're not Low Hung," and he goes, "Hey, I'm his long lost twin brother."
Would you believe it if I said I was his cousin or long lost brother, really well hung, or
Really
something
well
like
hung?
that?
Yeah.
And she just starts screaming at the top of her lungs.
And then later, Brian Genesee's got a sling on for whatever reason. I
This
don't know.
woman must live in constant fear.
Clearly.
Oh, like
She's
it happens-
always
There's no
getting
police in
sexually
this town.
assaulted
Yeah.
at
I mean,
any
these kids
moment.
should have been expelled. They should have been.
They should be all in jail.
in jail.
Everybody
Yeah.
in this movie should be in jail.
The funny thing is, like, all these guys get caught by the principal like a baker's
Multiple
dozen times.
times.
And every single time that he lectures them, he's like, I should just expel you.
I
But-
should
but
just
I'm
call
not."
the cops.
But you just stay out of trouble, and I'm gonna make you guys wash windows and clean the floor with a toothbrush and this and that. That'll teach you to want to sleep around and screw around at my prestigious school for dummies.
At my moron academy.
So what was the very last time? Was it after the pig pen? They all get expelled?
Oh, you know what's funny too?
I think that was
Spoiler, they all got
before the
expelled.
pig pen.
Like,
they,
anytime that they
Oh,
all
maybe
get
it was- I
caught,
don't
they're always like, "Oh shit!" Like I like it when all three of them like together. It's like even when they were.
I think
four
that
of 'em.
only happened twice, at the beginning and then at
Yeah.
the
They
end,
were like,
because
"Summer
there's cheese balls on the
school."
bench. They're all
Oh,
sitting on
yeah.
the same bench, and cheese balls at the end. And the first time, all the guys, the three other guys, stand up, and cheese ball falls to the ground.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it's the reverse, and cheese ball stands up, and the other guys slide off the other end of the bench.
Right.
No, he stands up real quick expecting them to do that. So then he is like, oh, sits back down, and then the three guys stand up and he falls back
Oh.
over.
Oh yeah.
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 So I think that was it in terms of them trying to get with Mona, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then they all decide that like they all think that they're like hopeless in terms of making it with Mona Lot.
Right.
And you
But it was the pig pen thing because they got in trouble for peeping in the girls' locker room, and they get put on super secret probation, and then they go, fuck it, and they go to the pig pen,
Oh yeah.
and that's when the principal goes with Mona Lots, and that's when he says, well, all right, fuck you guys, you're expelled.
Yeah, that's right.
And
that
they
was
go,
it.
what are we gonna do? We gotta get back at them. And
While they're like really like sexually harassing the waitress at this little like eatery
at the pier.
beach.
Yeah.
Who like they're always like
She's into
grabbing
it,
her
though.
ass,
She's-
and she loves
she
it.
is, yeah, she
yeah.
wants to go with Hugh Direction, which, like, that's
Why
his
doesn't
chance
he
right
just
there.
do it, man?
Yeah,
Right?
It
That's
doesn't.
his
It's not
chance.
like he has a.
He blows off that other the nerdy girl like when they're at
Oh,
lunch,
yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, I like guys who are smart," and he goes, "I'm trying to figure something out, how to make film in the fourth dimension or
instead
something."
of 3D, it's 4D, and
Yeah.
she's all like, "I like a guy with a big head," and he's like, "Oh, really?" But then
Fuck
obviously
off.
nothing ever happens there.
Yeah,
So
he's just too clueless.
That's why he's at the Coxville School for Morons.
that's
Yeah.
right.
He's all book smart, not street smart.
So they think at this
Oh.
point, what?
Well, it's just mentioned at some point that the principal is like, "Oh, I'm having a statue built for the school."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's just some
The-
side
the-
off
the-
information
the
that you need to
Mr.
know.
Coxwell of the school. They got the miniature statue, and they got some guy making a real big statue for the school.
Full size Coxwell.
Yeah. So the four guys decide to sabotage it because they got expelled. And they're upset because they're not going to get any college poontang.
And they're not graduating from high school.
yeah,
So they can't go to college and get the poon.
right. Not
Fifth
college
time's a
education,
charm.
just the poontang.
Yeah. To which, hey, they're still going to be in high school. So it makes you wonder what happens after this.
Well,
Are they-
by
do they
now
get
they're
their GEDs?
definitely
Then they could just
over
become
18,
the
so anything
guys
they
from
do will be
fast food.
statutory rape
True.
if they hook up in high school.
Yeah, they could.
True.
They could totally go work.
Because we all
at,
knew that one dude in high
Busted-
school.
Jim Varney's burger
Yeah.
place, Wrangler Bob's
Wrangler Bob's.
burger place.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they sabotage the thing.
So
They put they
There's a big ceremony going on in
mess
the
with
auditorium.
mess with the Coxwell statue so it emits sex gas.
it's like some like
Sex-
some like smoky fog of
Aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac gas,
Oof, I've
which
got
Which
some
only
sex
affects
gas.
the people on stage and no one in the crowd.
no one else. And they put like lights and sounds and animatronic stuff inside the statue, so its head moves and its mouth moves and it goes, "Rrrr," "Hey, Mr. Arsenal, you asshole," and it talks, and then it fucking blows up out of nowhere at the end of the fucking.
Check out my statue boner.
Yeah, it like jacks off its hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of the tribute film to the school, they put the sex tape of the principal and Mona Lotz.
Getting it on.
Yeah.
Do they actually have sex though, or is he just like
They're just
he's
like- I don't
chasing
think they,
her
like,
around
show-
in her
yeah.
underwear?
They don't show like an actual sex scene, but like
Like,
they're messing
yeah.
around.
He like licks her feet and then he gets grossed out and spits.
yeah.
I would too. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
He has a big problem with feet, everybody, in case you didn't know that.
It was
just
hard for
announced
me
it.
to say that the boombox fell on your foot. I do not
Oh my
like saying that
goodness.
word.
Wow. This guy over here.
Whatever. Hey, hey.
Different strokes, I guess.
So,
So,
the sex tape makes the
he was the
head of the board of education.
the whole board of
the whole
education
board
in
of
America.
education, yeah, the United States.
Was that
He's
cock
the
shot?
chancellor
Chairman of the
board
board.
of education. Fires Principal Arsenal.
He calls him principal asshole.
Asshole, yeah. Then the sex or
It's not
sex
too
gas
far off
comes
from
out.
Principal Butthead or whatever.
Butthurt.
Butthurt.
So yeah, so next thing you know,
Principal Arsenal
he
starts to have a threesome with
with
Von
Blow,
Blow
and the other
some
old
other
lady.
teacher, and Mona Lotz does a striptease.
You know,
You see her boobies really well.
I have a little bit of a complaint about this scene. I
Her
think they
boobies?
did this wrong. You see, we saw Mona Lot's boobies like 3 or 4 other times up to this point.
Yeah.
You know, like in the shower, in the locker room.
You think they should have saved it?
I think that like it could have
Like
been a thing.
the first screwballs. Am I thinking of the right one?
We're talking about this movie right here.
No, I'm saying, but like the first screw isn't the screwballs.
I see what you mean. Yeah. So like, I think that it should have been a thing where like she was at least in her bra and panties, but they never got to see the boobies, and finally you would have gotten the big reveal. I mean, I feel like that would have been like the ultimate payoff. Where like the whole time are these
Would've been
guys
able to,
either trying to see her
finally-
naked or get with her. So boom, if she could do the striptease at the end of the movie, boom, they got their goal of wanting to see her naked. But no, they've already done that like a couple of times already in the movie. So to me, it's kind of like, what's
Billy
the
Zabka
point?
got a really good view because he got in the
Got
shower
in
with
the
her.
shower with her, and touched her.
I mean, I don't think the director really cares about like intricate plot points and like story motivation.
I just
and
think
stuff.
that
He's
would have
like,
been like a good
Yeah,
payoff.
let's throw in
James,
as
you
many
can
titties
remake
as we
this
can.
movie.
Oh God, do I want to remake?
That'd
this
be the
movie.
one thing you would change.
You know, I can't remake this movie. I don't want to be one of those
too
dingleberries who
perfect.
made those like. Yeah, I don't want to
You
like.
can't remake
you
Citizen
can't-
Kane.
You can't remake a classic like how they doing with
There's
like
only one
RoboCop
Silence
and all
of the
that
Hams.
shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all these movies that are like timeless classics that they're redoing right now. I heard they're gonna do Big Trouble in Little China with The Rock. Fuck that noise. Fucking garbage. I don't want any of that. So this to me is on Loose Screws to me is on a level with movies like Back to the Future and RoboCop and things where like you can't make a remake. All right, it's a classic. You can't touch it, and if you attempt, it's gonna fail. So don't even bother. All right.
They usually make money.
Especially with the Rock in it.
So did these
Except for
Loose
maybe
Screws.
RoboCop and Total
So did the
Recall.
sex comedies at the video stores back in the day.
True.
So
And that's pretty much the movie. Oh, and then we get a sweet musical
they-
number.
oh yeah, up on stage.
They turn into a band out of nowhere
yeah,
and like
and they sing another cool tune. To
Yeah.
which the song doesn't match up to what they're doing up on stage with the drums or
Absolutely
anything.
Who
not.
cares? It's a great song. And that's
It's kind of like the end of Revenge of the Nerds.
yes.
and then
like
it
the same
just
thing.
like immediately ends, which is very. It was such an abrupt ending, and like nothing is resolved and nothing changes. Or
Yeah, they're now
Whatever.
jobless. They don't know what they're gonna do with the rest of their lives.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what do they do after
Brian
this
and
scene?
Billy Zabka probably can live off their parents' money for a while,
Probably.
Probably, yeah. Right.
which is probably why they were just like, we don't care.
Yeah.
Cheeseball becomes a fitness instructor.
Yeah,
and
he's got a
Huge
job.
Erection finally gets to go to prison where he belongs.
I think
Probably.
Huge Erection becomes a big movie maker in inventing 4D.
I think he becomes a sleazeball porn director.
Yep. Yep. That's right.
Perfect.
All right.
And that's Loose Screws.
Break it away.
Loose screws. Screwing it up. Loose screws. Get out of town. Foot loose. Kevin Bacon. Not in this movie.
Love that song.
Yeah.
So,
He
anywho,
was great.
you got any cool factoids for us there, Kevbot?
Oh, let's go over some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, before we get into that, one of the
for
cool
it.
things about this movie is like right when it started, it said, if you like the entertainment provided by Lightning Video, stay tuned after the feature to watch trailers of our other films.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah,
had a
yeah.
trailer at the end, which the trailer was
It was very unique.
animal.
Party animal! I'm a party animal! If anybody's out there ever seen Party Animal, please let me know. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that has ever
You
seen
probably
it.
are.
You
And
said
I also,
it was pretty shitty, right?
I also have a copy of it. Yeah, the trailer for Party Animal is much better than the movie. Although I think we should
That's
watch
the
it sometime.
best cut of Party Animal.
Literally, there's only like one funny part in the whole fucking movie.
Is there a lot of boobies?
I like
though?
that.
There are, I think there's a couple, not many.
Only a couple.
There's
Oh.
one line where he's like, I am not an animal. And the one guy's like, bullshit, he's an animal. Get him.
So this is basically like the okay.
That's the
there's-
funniest part of the movie.
There is one scene in that movie that is so fucking funny. Like I remember seeing it, I like rewound it. I was literally like on the floor in tears. It was so funny. So
What
like,
is
the whole,
it?
The whole time is like the party animal. You know, he's like this goofy.
Rob Schneider's the party animal.
Yeah. He's basically Rob Schneider, and he's doing all this stuff to try to like fit into different groups so girls might like him in those groups. So like in one time he goes to like the new wave kind of like punky crowd, and he's like dressed up in like this new wave outfit, and he's like doing a bunch of coke, and he's like bottling down drugs, but that doesn't work. And then he's going into like another group, that doesn't work. You know, he goes to like the punk group, and he dresses up in like a punk outfit, but they all think he's like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Then he thinks he's gonna make it with the black community, so he dresses up in like this sort of like this like pimp outfit and this like blackface thing.
Oh,
and he's
no.
like, he's like, hey, my brother, yo, once you make it with a tan, you're gonna understand. Hey, I don't want to go home on 3 legs. Hey, my brother, yeah. And so like they go to like this like
terrible.
They go to this this like party that's got like all these black people, and they all just like stop what they're doing and stare at this guy with like a grimace on their faces, and he's like, hey, baby, hey, let's go get laid, hey, girl. And is that what? But like the way that he acts is the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy funny. So yeah, I got it. So we'll have to.
Oh, I was waiting for the tag on
Yeah.
that scene. Like I was
just
like,
the
where's
way
the funny
he acts,
part?
we have to watch.
Oh,
you gotta be there.
Just
you had to be there.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's his
actually see it.
performance.
Yeah.
It's really funny. And then there's this one part where
Why don't we just watch the movie?
all right, yeah, we'll just watch the movie sometimes, guys.
Let's just watch
Party
a couple
Animal coming soon to VHS Bandits.
Yeah.
Thank
the
you,
trailer
Bobcat
for that.
Goldthwait.
Yeah. The one trailer for this. on this.
Hey, you guys.
Sorry.
Hey, you guys. Hey, if you guys listen to Video Rangers podcast, you'll realize that they talk about Bobcat Goldthwait a lot. And,
Oh, Bobcat
and
Goldthwait's
they
awesome.
They like
He's
don't
great.
like him too much as a main character. I know I do.
I love him.
That's fair.
I think he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. He's
How
great.
many times have you said that in the last 30 seconds?
Too many, because Bobcat Goldthwait's awesome.
Fun facts.
You had a bad day. Let me tell you about my day. I was fired. My wife left me, and she took our little dog with her. Oh, by the way, I don't know if we were talking about this. If anybody out there has ever seen the Comedy Central movie Windy City Heat,
Oh, it
my
is
God.
so
please
fucking funny.
Watch that movie.
It holds up so
It's
well.
hands down one of the funniest movies on the planet.
I think it's the first movie Bobcat directed.
Okay, yeah, and he plays a director in it too. So
Yeah, it is so fucking funny.
Please watch Windy City Heat. All right, anywho, so factoids, Kevbot.
My town.
So this movie was directed by Rafal. Sorry, Rafal Zelinsky, who also did the first Screwballs,
Okay.
Screwballs Hotel.
Oh fuck, I want to get a copy of that in the worst way.
Yeah, Recruits,
I have Recruits,
which is another teen sex
Yep,
comedy.
yep.
A movie called Fun, which looked kind of weird. a National Lampoon movie called Last Resort.
Oh, which one?
Oh, Last Resort sucks.
With the Coreys.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
And one that I think we should track down and watch called Night of the Warrior, starring
Oh,
Lorenzo
no.
Lamas.
Oh shit! Oh, no, I have it.
You
I
do?
have it, yeah.
Oh, we gotta watch that one.
I do have Night of the Warrior. Yep. It came. It's one of those like slip cases that holds 2 tapes. So one of them is Snake Eater, the other one is Night of the Warrior.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we got it.
Same director as Loose
All right.
Screws.
We
your
said we
favorite
needed to
Teen Sex
do an
comedy.
action movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. Okay,
that's
so
true.
instead of doing whatever we were talking, a Brian Genesee movie, maybe we're gonna have to do some more Lorenzo Lamas. next
Lamas
week.
Yeah.
definitely beats out.
All right.
Brian
Okay. All right. I
Genesee.
guess we're doing some Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah. So there were 3 writers on this movie. Michael Corey, who didn't do
It took
anything else.
3 people to write this movie.
I guess they all worked on the screenplay. Linda Cheyenne, who was a writer on the first Screwballs,
What's to write?
and Purple People Eater.
Oh shit!
She was a writer on that.
I never saw that because it scared the shit out of me. I thought it was gonna eat me as
I
a
saw it on
child,
HBO
so I
as a
never
kid.
watched it.
Yeah.
Same thing too. It was creepy.
And she was also she's also an actress, but she's never done she's only done background stuff. She
Okay.
was Bootsy Goodhead in the first Screwballs movie, which I just love that name.
Awesome.
Yes.
Bootsy.
And the third writer was Jim Wynorski.
Oh shit! Jim
Oh, no
Wynorski.
way.
Yeah.
One of
Really?
the greatest filmmakers of our time.
Oh
did
man, there's a great
Screwballs
documentary on Jim
1 and
Wynorski.
2.
What is it called?
Papatopoulos.
Papatopoulos. Did everybody watch that movie?
I think it's still
It's
up on
great.
Netflix.
He also did Shopping Mall,
Yep.
Deathstalker 2,
Yep.
Munchie and Munchie Strikes Back,
Mm-hmm.
Not of This Earth, Transylvania Twist,
Yep. I have a sealed copy of that.
and House 4. And he also directed some of those movies, Return of Swamp Thing, Sorority House
Witches of
Massacre
Breastwick.
2, Dinosaur Island,
Yeah.
Ghoulies 4, and all of the HBO or Skinamax porn parodies.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Bear Wench Project, Busty Cops, Alabama Jones, Da Vinci Coed,
Oh yeah.
House on Hooter Hill. Love that name. The Devil Wears Nada,
Oh my
see
god,
that.
that's a great name.
Bone Eater,
Whoa!
Cleavage Field,
Holy shit! What the?
The Hills Have Thighs.
Oh my god, are these real?
These are real.
comes up with this
I've
stuff?
seen some of these.
Jim
Oh,
Wynorski, he's
you
who
lucky
comes up
dog,
with this
you.
stuff.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, some good people working
I gotta
on this
watch
movie.
some scrambled
know,
Jim Wynorski porn.
Jim Wynorski.
No, you don't have to watch the Scramble. Just anytime after 11 o'clock on HBO or Showtime.
I feel like he was probably the one who came up with all these goofy names in the movies, like
Probably, because
because he probably came up with all
after-
these stupid names for these HBO specials.
Yeah, after
He's probably
19,
had them
like,
on,
after
like, back order for a
1999,
long
it's
time.
strictly softcore porn stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Gotta make a living.
yeah. One of his quotes, like on his IMDb page, is like, "Boobs are the best and least expensive effect that you can put into a movie." So it's like, yeah, all right.
There you go.
Cool.
not wrong.
Let's see. The exercise scene was filmed in 1 day. All that exercise stuff.
I feel like the whole movie was shot in one day.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I'm surprised it took that long.
Yeah. And then, sequel to Screwballs, and Screwballs Hotel is the next movie.
that tape
Does
is
Screwballs Hotel have anything to do with this?
No clue.
probably not.
Yeah, probably.
I
There
have
was
yet to
even
see
less
it.
information on Screwballs Hotel than I could find on those screws.
It's hard to come by. I've seen it up on eBay for like $13 here and there, but I don't want to pay that kind of money. So if anybody has a copy of Screwball Hotel that they would like to do a trade, let me know.
Yeah.
We really want to see it.
So, we're going to move on to the ratings.
All
Let's
right.
move on to the ratings. Rating time.
What are we rating out of?
Okay, so you guys are going to guess, as always, the IMDb rating out of 10. What do you guys think it is?
8.2.
8.2 from
Oh my
Dane
God.
Train.
No way. I'm gonna say 3.4.
3.4 from the T-Man. It's 4.1.
Fuck
Oh.
IMDb.
Now the
You have to
bunch of principal assholes working over at IMDb.com.
Now, the
I don't
Amazon
think it's
rating.
the people that work there that rate the movies.
The Amazon rating, which is out of 5 stars. What do you guys think it is?
4.8.
4.8. Topher.
I'm gonna say straight up. No, I'm gonna say 3.5.
You're right. 3.5. All right.
Better
I think
than
this is the
half.
first time
winner,
we got
titty
it
dinner.
actually
Hey,
right.
dinner.
I could not find a VHS copy on Amazon. So that is just an overall rating. So Blu-ray and DVD was pretty consistent.
It's on
no matter what.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
But don't buy it. Buy it on VHS.
Get the tape.
That's
and
all
then
right.
actually, you can get this tape. The traders have it once in a
It's
while.
probably a VHS transfer on Blu-ray anyway.
Could be.
I wouldn't be the least
Could
bit
be.
surprised.
On eBay, the lowest completed listing I found was $7 plus shipping and handling.
That's okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
Not
Yeah, for
bad.
today's. Yeah, okay.
If you like teen sex comedies, I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So now it's R rating time. So out of this is gonna be out of 10 hard butts.
Hard butts.
10 hard butts.
Principal hard butts.
Yeah. Out of 10.
Oh, there goes the sirens again.
Yep.
Let's see. Out of 10, I don't think I can beat hard butts this time. Let's see.
How could you?
Yeah, 10 hard butts. We'll start with Topher.
Okay, out of 10 hard butts. Ooh,
hard
put me on the spot. I'm gonna say I give Loose Screws 8 out of 10 hard butts.
8
Ooh.
out of 10 hard butts.
Now, why not? What took away those 2 points for you?
I mean, it's not a perfect movie. I think we can all agree on that. A lot of the nostalgia that the personal experience that we had with Loose Screws definitely feeds into that. But I mean, it's one of the better shitty teen sex comedies. I wouldn't go ahead and say it's a great movie, but I think it's a great teen sex comedy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you rewind it?
Oh, totally. Yes.
Cool. Awesome.
I think this is a repeatable movie. You could watch this every summer.
Yeah.
I feel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Cool. Dane Train.
Oh, here we go, guys. I give
How
this
many hard
movie.
butts you gonna
Oh,
give it?
geez.
I give this movie.
Can we guess what
Go ahead.
Dane Train?
Go ahead.
Can we guess what his rating's gonna be?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Guess.
Yeah, but what do you think Dane's gonna rate it?
He's gonna give it a 50 out of 10.
Oh, you're getting there. All right, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it
I
gonna
think
be?
you're gonna give it a 10.5 out of 10 hard butts.
Oh, all right. You guys ready? I
Yeah.
give Loose Screws, Screwballs 2, 100 out of 10 principal hard butts. I
Jesus
love
Christ.
this movie to no end, regardless of the nostalgia factor. Because I remember when we watched this at the Cape, I rented this
You
from
didn't like
Netflix DVDs. I don't know, this is 5 so years ago. I remember not really getting that into it, but now watching it now, I feel like I appreciate the hell out of it. I literally
It
find
gets
this
better with age.
Oh, definitely. I think that-
Especially after seeing Meatballs 3.
yeah, true. Yeah. So the bar is kind of, low.
So official 100.
Official, 100 out of 10.
100 out
Hard
of 10.
butts. Principal hard butts. I think that
That
this movie.
just blows our scale way off.
Just wait till we see Hamburger the Motion Picture.
I'm just
Then
gonna
you'll-
write down 10.
So I think that this is legit a quintessential teen sex comedy. If Joe Schmo came up to me, if a Harvey Whodunit or Joe Bag of Donuts came up to me and they were like, "Hey,
Joe
I've
Bags.
never seen a teen sex comedy. What is a teen sex comedy? What do you recommend?" Instantly, this would be one of the very first ones on my list to say, "You want to see a true classic 100% teen sex comedy that absolutely will not disappoint whatsoever." Loose Screws
that.
is it. It's got an insane amount of boobies, the jokes, the acting, all the stupid names of everybody. I mean, literally, this movie to me encapsulates what an 80s teen sex comedy is. It's
true.
An absolute classic. It hits all the right marks, all the right buttons. It it pins the tail on the donkey for me. I think that this is literally a complete perfect example of what a teen sex comedy is. This one, and like I said, this one, and I think Hamburger the Motion Picture are the two best teen sex comedies ever made that I've at least seen so far. I have a ton of teen sex comedies that I haven't even watched yet in my collection, like Sex Appeal and a couple of Hot Dog the Motion Picture and all that stuff. But currently, Loose Screws is definitely one of my top teen sex comedies. Absolutely love it. It's phenomenal.
But Dane, did you like the movie?
Absolutely, I did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to make that clear for anyone who did not understand.
Oh yes, I like Loose Screws
In a nutshell,
a ton.
yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Mikey,
Sorry.
he likes it. Yeah. How about you, Kevbot?
All
What's it
right.
going to be?
I'm gonna give this movie 8 out of 10 hard butts.
Whoa!
Now,
Ooh.
Why?
That's a good rating.
No, I'm not. I know. I'm just saying. Why? I mean, so you gave it, T-Man. You gave it an 8.
You gave it an 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're
I
giving
gave
it an
it
8.
and I'm giving
so,
it an 8.
So
Yeah.
I'm just curious. So we know why he knocked off 2 points. Why are you knocking off 2 points?
Okay, so I just want to also say, first viewing, I liked it. I probably would have given it like a 6.5.
Whoa.
It was entertaining. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but watching it with you guys makes it more fun. This is a movie that you get together with your friends, you get some junk food,
yeah.
you watch a crappy movie, you watch some movie with some titties and some hard butts.
Perfect night.
Yeah.
Perfect night.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I liked
do not
it.
watch alone. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
but
It's
not
kind of
recommended.
when you're watching alone, it's like, yeah, this is a good movie.
Last time I watched this movie was early last winter, and I was in my basement working on Halloween props for my big elaborate yard hunt that I do, and that I work on year round. And I kind of had it on the background, but I was chuckling and having a good time, kind of peeking up and watching some boobies and stuff while I was like painting styrofoam tombstones and stuff.
So,
So
so the reason I gave it an 8 was, it got a higher rating because I watched it with you guys, and that was more fun. A 6.5, perfect example because I gave this back to you, and as we discovered when we got here, I would not have rewound it because I didn't rewind it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, you're
it was
right.
good, but it's
You were
probably,
not kind.
I was not kind. I did
Yeah.
not live up to that. I
So
didn't
you
live
think
up
you'd
to
only
it.
watch it
surcharge him?
once, huh?
I'd watch it once, but it's like one of those things where it's like, I'm glad I saw it. It was good. I wouldn't really need to see it again. But if we got together and it's like, what do we want to watch? And one of you guys was like, Loose Screws. It's like, let's have a good old time.
All right.
Just pop in Loose Screws and all that stuff.
I
So
totally
I'm
dig
giving
that.
Giving it an 8.
All right.
Good solid
Very,
8.
very fair. I gotcha. Good stuff.
And with you guys, I would rewind.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Because it's Dane's tape and he's watching you.
Yes.
We're watching
I
the
made that-
Screws if you want to or not.
Made that mistake once. And he's never going to let me live it down.
Just
fact,
remember
he's
to
making
check
me
your
walk
credit
home.
card statement, Kevin, to see if Dane Train added on an extra $50.
Oh, yeah. My account's
Whoa.
already been deducted $90.
Whoa,
Yeah.
hey.
Dane's got some tough late fees.
Whoa.
Yeah, the
Tough late
VHS
fees.
Bandit basement
Yeah.
video is, is
You
pretty
can't-
rough on
you
late
brought back the
fees.
tapes, and I was like, ooh, late charges.
Or else he'll call your wife and say that you rented man porn.
yeah.
She'd
Clown,
just be
clown
like,
porn.
again.
You know, this tape does have a really big green sticker.
I know,
about the
I know.
late fees.
And I ignored it. I feel
Jeez.
terrible.
Jeez
I really
Louise,
do.
dude.
I really
That's
do.
so funny.
Unbelievable.
So, okay, really quick because we're like really running out the clock here. Any cheap plugs? Any cheap plugs besides Qdoba, our unofficial sponsor
I have
for
some.
episode 35 of the VHS Bandits?
I do really.
You gotta
really
make it
quick.
real quick.
Really quick.
Besides our awesome VHS Bandits tape swap-a-rama, tape
Yep.
swap-a-palooza happening Saturday, September 9th. Vendor tables are still available at $10 if you're in the New England area. It's in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Check out our Instagram, our Facebook page. It's going to be tons of fun. Tape trading, tape selling, tape swapping, tape showing off. Just kind of come and hang out and have a good time.
Yeah. Hang out with some other tape people.
Yes. So, okay.
Tape people.
All right.
Tape
I
people.
want
Cheap plugs real quick.
Tape people.
I want tape people. I wanted to give some quick cheap plugs to some folks on the old Instagram, some tape heads on there.
Cheap plugs, real quick.
Real quick, I did some trades and with some people recently that are wicked cool. The VHS Man. Please go follow him. I just did a wicked monster trade with him. Really cool guy. So I just want to give a shout out to him. Phantom Collector, also on Instagram, who I'm sending some VHS Bandit stickers to. A guy named Spencer, sp.e.n.c.er. He donated a copy of Assault of the Party Nerds to us, and also a fireplace tape, which is awesome. Also to VHS_Eden, who I've been talking to about video monitors lately. He's a very cool guy. Sells a lot of good tapes at good prices on Instagram. Video Store Junkie as well. Odam_art. And Kotu Customs, Kotu Customs. And the Nate of Tapes as well. And yeah, so that's some people recently who I've been talking to on the internet, done some trading and some stuff like that. So all those guys, you all rule, and the rest of the tape community out there, you guys rock, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys.
Cheap
So,
plugs.
all
Cheap
right.
plugs. Topher, you got any cheap plugs?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I think we're gonna be at the end of this episode.
Got to rewind, guys.
Yep. So thanks for listening. Hope you had a good time. I'm the KevBot.
This is Dane Train.
This is Topher Hansen.
And as always, be kind and rewind.